Hello there everyone, and welcome to another video from me, Talon French. How have I been doing? Well, I've been doing okay actually. It's just the video is about basically the history of the bus service for South Kessock actually. So the frequency for many years up until 2022 used to be a 30-minute service, so I'll get to the change of frequency to hourly a little bit later in the video. But yeah, my previous video had to be deleted because I accidentally swore, which wouldn't be acceptable for YouTube. They take it too seriously these days, which is a bit unacceptable to be honest. I mean, but anyways, let's get on with the video. So here's the history. So before 2000, the Highland Country buses, I don't know what the number was for South Kessock at that time, when Highland Country buses used to do it, but I'm not sure. But all I know is Highland Country buses just basically ran all the services across Inverness, actually, and it was quite good. And then when Stagecoach came, yeah, things were about to take a turn for the worst. So for the number, so I remember from 2000 to 2005, the number 9 used to do a service from South Kessock to Raigmore Estate actually. That ran every 30 minutes actually, that one. And that ran from 2000 to 2005, which was very successful, very successful. And then after that, in around 2005, I think the number 9 possibly might have just got restricted to just doing the city centre to Raigmore Estate service, or another service would have done that. But I think after that the number 9 got replaced in 2005 by I think it was around January 05, it got to January 07, so the number 14 and 14A took over the number 9, so they both ran a combined 30-minute frequency during the day, and then it reduced service in the evening because it wasn't hourly at that point. So the number 14 and 14A so ran a 30-minute service, so it basically ran pretty much all day between 6 AM and 11 PM. And then after that in January 2007, the number so the number 14A got scrapped, and then the number 3 replaced it, I think, in the South Kessock area, because the 14A got withdrawn from Glengarry Road, and then the 3A possibly replaced it. I think it was possibly the 3A, I'm not sure, but I'm sure it was the 3A. I'm very sure it was something like that. And then from around January 2007, the number 14 and 3 both ran a combined 30-minute frequency, and then the 14 was extended hourly to serve Raigmore Hospital and Milton of Leys and Inches Tesco, whilst the number 3 also did a service from South Kessock to, I think it done a service from Kinmylies to Piperhill, I think. So that happened probably around January 07, so the number 3 was doing services between Piperhill and Kinmylies at that point. So that ran from around January 2007 to January 2010, I think, to July 2010, and then after that the number 14 got scrapped for the South Kessock area around January 10, I think, in July 2010, I think. So the number 3 replaced the additional 14's journey from South Kessock from city centre to the ferry, South Kessock. And then the number the number 3 just done a 30-minute service for this area, and then the 2A would have taken it over in the evening. So that commenced around replacing the 14A, I don't think it replaced the 14A or anything, but I'm sure it was a 66A or 66C or something like that. that did either the Sunday and evening service for South Kessock, I think. So that still did it until around 2009, and then the 2A took over in the evening route in around 2009 up until 2011, and then the number 3 replaced the remaining 14 journey actually in July 2010, and then it continued until January 2011, and then the number 9 took over for about 6 years. So at first the number 9 did have an evening service, and then from January 2012, when after like a major community fight back against the evening cats, the number in response, the number 8A and 8C were introduced in January 2012, so that ran until January 2017 actually, so it ran until January 2017. Then the number 9 was still running during the day, and that would run until January 2017 when at that point in 2017 the number 4 replaced the number 9 actually, because it had been withdrawn at that point, and then the 8A and 8C were all replaced by the 3A at that point, so which ran from January 2017 to July 2022 when the 3A got withdrawn. And then after that for the number, so basically the 3A ran the evening service, so we'll just leave it at that and then just focus on the daytime services. So I think the number 4 was replacing the number 9 actually after it had been withdrawn in 2017, and then in 2018 the number 8 had to replace the number 4 because the number 4 also had been withdrawn at that point. So yeah, so had been withdrawn at that point. So the service from January 2018 to from April 2018 to January 2019, the number 8 ran every 45 minutes for this area, I remember, and then for the number, then I think also for the number, and also for the number 8, so that April 2018 to January 2019, let's see that, and then from January to August 2019, so the number 7 did run in 2 variations as well when it replaced the number 8, so the number 7 used to do an hourly direct service with Drummond and Loughardle, and also out to Ness Castle, and then for the number, let me think, the number 7, it also did an hourly service, also starting from the city centre, so it was still running every 30 minutes at that point between town and South Kessock, but it was just out to Ness Castle that was reduced to hourly. That was all when it first started. So yeah, and then from August 2019 the number 7 got withdrawn for this area, and then it got replaced by the 3B shuttle service from town into South Kessock, with the 3A still doing it in the evening, but the 3B was just doing it every 30 minutes during the day. So yeah, it just ran from town to South Kessock like the number 9 used to be. So it's like the number 9, but it was just renumbered to the 3B. I'm not sure why they did that, but that's Inverness for you. And then in February 2020, the number 3B got withdrawn and replaced by the 6 and 6A, both running a combined 30-minute frequency during the day for this area. So the number 3 would have extended through here at lunch times, but the number 6 and 6A, I think, did a combined 30-minute service for this area from February 2020 to June 2021. And then shortly after that, in June 2021, the ever so unreliable 4A and 4Cs, it took over, so it was meant to be like a 30-minute service, but it ended up being every 3 hours, which is a bit of a shame, and every 2 hours in the evening from the 3A because of the massive driver shortage due to COVID-19, which was a bit of a shame, to be honest. But there was a reason for that at that time. And then shortly after that, in around July 2022, the frequency was reduced down to hourly all day. Basically, it was 30 minutes at peak times, but pretty much all day the service was reduced down to hourly. And it was just the number 3 ever since, like it was in 2010, but with a reduced service. Because, I mean, I don't know why the frequency was reduced to hourly. I mean, if it's hourly, if one bus doesn't show up, it becomes an every 2-hour service. You have to wait 2 hours for the bus, which is absolutely horrific. Honestly, I mean, I really wish that Stagecoach would stop tyrannising this area, because they're ruthless tyrants that just don't care about our community. Actually, but the only thing I'm grateful for is the number 3 still kept its evening service for South Kessock, which is good. But apart from that, the daytime service has been changed countless times over the years. I mean, public transportation in Inverness is such a disgrace, honestly. And then from February 2026, a further minor change took place. The number 3, instead of being every 30 minutes in the peaks, it was reduced down to hourly at that time as well, to match during the day and the evening, which might have sounded fair, but that's caused severe overcrowding on the 3. Has been severely overcrowded, actually. I don't know why they'd reduced the peak time services. Pathetic. Honestly, it's absolutely pathetic. I don't know why Stagecoach have to be like this. Honestly, the bus service used to be every 30 minutes back in the day, so why can't you just bring it back, Stagecoach? Because you can put the additional number 3 an hour through here, because the other three just avoids this area, and everyone would have to get on from Grant Street. It's a disgrace, honestly. I don't know why this happens, but there is no longer a national driver shortage. I mean, this is 2026, and Stagecoach are refusing to answer their calls for jobs and stuff like that. It's just horrific. Honestly, I feel sorry for the drivers who are having to go through this shenanigans. I mean, the manager is a disgrace at what it does, because they just keep trying to reduce services and tell Inverness that we're all scam. I mean, I don't know why. Why can't it just be a flat 30-minute service for all areas, even Culloden, including Culloden and Hilton, instead of hourly one area and then the other hour every 10 minutes? It's just ridiculous. This is 2026, not 2006. Stagecoach, you dirty beggars. Honestly, it's just disgusting. They keep money grabbing out of passengers for no reason, basically. Even outside the fare cap, it was still £3 for a single fare. And that's without a bus pass, which is such a disgrace. Honestly, it's just, I really wish that Stagecoach that go into administration, because they can't keep changing the service countless times, to be honest, until it gets to the point where people don't use it. It's just yeah, sorry, it's just my body doing its thing. But anyways, it is such a shame why things have to always end up this way. Honestly, I mean, I just wish I would stop my complaining, but to be honest, don't know what the heck's going on with Stagecoach anymore. I mean, I can't believe Stagecoach just have to always be like this. But it's the way life is in Inverness, I suppose, because nothing's going to get better in the city anyway, because Inverness has seen such a massive decline over the years. Since it became a city, it's disgusting. But yeah, anyway, my video is coming to an end now, so for me it's goodbye from gloriously sunny South Kessock, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.